Glad to have you with us from Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field. The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Guys?
All right, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commodores offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alexander. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Commodores getting set on 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Unloads in the nick of time.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Back to pass, it's Carter. Out wide right, it's Thomas. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Commodores go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Selling the fake. Turns up, it's Connor. Could not make his way to the corner.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
2nd down, going to throw it. In traffic, it's Adams. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Buff Bothwell, one of the better running backs in all of college football and a vital cog in this offense. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better at heart.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Good job just to get rid of that one.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line is going to have to do a better job giving him time.
Second and long here. He'll take it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Moving the pocket, it's Swan. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration, and look.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Commodores with the 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Right side, it's Sherrill. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Out wide right, it's Connor. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Pushes ahead. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Third and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
Keeps it himself, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Caught behind the line. It's Sherrill. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass, it's Carter. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Direct snap. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Dropping back, it's Carter. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Out wide left, it's Spence. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. Leaping grab for a big gain. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Alexander. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Carter. Makes the tackle. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown Doors! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Catch in the middle, it's Evans. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Now give it to Fluff. Stopped right there.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, come away with the sack.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Here's a give to Bothwell.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Got his man out of the backfield. Showing off the arm. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion...
And he's got room. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll run it with Hopwell. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Knocked down immediately. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking for the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Bulldog! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. To the air, it's Carter. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, gonna throw it. They're all over it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Defender got caught a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Long way to go on 2nd down. Snap in the shotgun. Looking to the... Pulls it in. It's Spence. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They try to get it outside on the left. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Unloads it left. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance. So you got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those two.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. He's got it. At midfield, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Bulldogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wants to throw one first. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The throw. Got him quickly. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It is good! And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 3 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. back to your game in Starkville. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
And the Commodores will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second and long here. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Gets it out across the 40, stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They want to run it left here. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Right back to it. Nowhere to go.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The screen, he's got wheels. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
On the return. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Drops back on 1st down. Under pressure. Caught. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
2nd down to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing up.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Trying to get the corner. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Carter. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Commodores will send out the punt unit. Not a lot of room to field this one. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quick give. It's Alexander. Shakes off the defender. Past the 45. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Commodores! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Just gets rid of that one.
The defense has the lead, and they're playing like it right now. I mean, they are pinning their ears back in these passing situations. They're not worried at all about the run game. They're just getting up the field, and they're getting to this quarterback.
Finds his back in the middle. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Bluff Bothwell again. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Second down, going to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Evans. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
The offense puffs it up, and they were on the move. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake and fumble in the first place.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. That's a 20. He's got space. Could be. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Looks as if he's going to run it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Drops back. It's Carter. Looking for a huge play. Upstairs to make the catch. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
On the option. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The defense working to manage that clock. They used the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give. To the 10. Touchdown, Vandy. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten pay dirt in this one. And numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Second down, gonna throw it. Finds his tight end. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Yeah, and this offense knows what it's like. This is the 2-minute drill. We got to keep the pedal to the floor. Nice job getting the first down.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to throw again. Finds his target. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this first down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that. Could not have asked for a better outcome on that play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Pass to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown in the final seconds, and they're just a point away from tying it up. And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they decide to tie it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we could be headed for free football. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Takes a handoff. It's Alexander. And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room as this game is over. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Sells the run, wants to pass. Left side is Young. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
And the Commodores are in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Alexander. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Looking downfield, it's Carter. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And they're on top here in overtime. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. From the gun, it's Wilson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here's a give to Bothwell. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. They're not going to mess around. They'll go for 2 and the win right here. Bothwell again. They got it. The 2-point conversion, and it's a game winner. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It is such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.